Hey everyone, welcome to the Building Code.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Building Code.
And we're just here hanging out. I'm Zach Witovich.
I'm Charlie Burtwhistle.
I thought you were going to say you're Zach Witovich again.
Nope, I will never do that. But Zach Witovich, who do we have on the Building Code today?
Well, Charley Burtwhistle. We got Meghan Billings from MEG Construction out in Twin Falls, Idaho. You ever been to Idaho before?
I have. My mother is actually from Boise, Idaho.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I had no idea.
So we used to go out there quite a bit and ski. But I have not been recently, so maybe we go out and visit Meg, hit the slopes.
That would be sick. I've never been in wintertime. I've never seen such green vegetation. It was like mind blowing, like unbelievable. It's an amazing place. So really excited to talk to her about how she ended up in Idaho. She's from there, but I actually met her down in Arizona. So we're going to do a little reminiscing about the good old days.
At the Contractor
Coalition. Yeah.
Yep. I remember seeing lots of pictures of you and Courtney having fun by the pool. With all our
We're going to have to start having like signs like, wish Charlie was here.
I honestly thought you were going to say something. That's the only reason I watched the videos, was to see if I'd get a shout out.
Never do.
Nope.
Never give him what he wants, ladies and gentlemen.
Nope. Yes. Yeah.
All right, let's get Meg on here. Megan, welcome to the Building Code. It's great to have you here. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Doing
fantastic.
Great.
Yeah. Nowhere I'd rather be than here in the studio talking to Meghan Billings from MEG Construction. Your first time on the Building Code. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your company, and kind of how you got started in construction?
Yeah. So I'm from Twin Falls, Idaho. From Alaska. I'm building in Twin Falls, Idaho. I have a general contractor firm that we build custom homes. And it's kind of a smaller city here in Twin Falls, which is fun to be breaking into. There's a lot of opportunity and unique ways to affect the market. So we build like 6 homes a year right now. We're hoping to grow to about 15. We're between 5,000 and 10,000 square feet.
That's unbelievable. How long have you been in Idaho? I didn't know you were from Alaska. For our listeners, we have met previously, so we have a little bit of a backstory, but I didn't know you were.
We're going to make Charlie jealous.
Yeah, that's right. Specifically the episode. If you're a YouTube watcher, just watch Charlie's face this entire time.
Yeah.
He's just gonna.
I might just kind of.
You know what? You could just leave the studio today.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got this.
Just walk.
Get Courtney in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally grew up in Anchorage, Alaska, Kenai Peninsula, that area, born and raised. Went off to school, married some tall, dark, dreamy guy, and moved to Idaho.
It's the American dream. Everybody does that.
Yeah, did it all.
That's awesome.
We met playing sports and ended up here.
And so you met in Alaska?
No, we actually met in college.
In college? Okay. Got it. All right. I was like, wow, 2 Alaskans in Idaho. Like, that's got to be a very specific demographic on the old population survey.
Alaskan plates everywhere. There must be something here. Yeah, it's an unusual amount of Alaska plates running around in Idaho.
Is it like Montana, where like their registration fees are just better and people will like put their LLCs or their RVs in Montana for better? I don't know. Anyway,
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Zach's putting me on right now.
That's right. If you want to save money, register your stuff in Montana. Shout out to the upper west of America.
Yeah. This episode of the Building Code sponsored by the state of Montana. We finally got some sponsors.
And Idaho, and shout out to Alaska.
Yeah, absolutely.
Checking all the boxes. Anyway, Meg, tell us a little bit about your company and, over the years, and tell us so you moved to Idaho, you started a construction company, you're breaking in, like what kind of work are you doing and how much are you doing?
Yeah, so I started about 4.5 years ago. We actually, before that, I went to manufacturing engineering as my degree. Never thought I'll be a home builder, but I got to design my own home. I had learned Revit in college, and so that was just the dream for me. I was so excited about that. And then we were building, there was some issues, and I was able to really step in and run that role of a general contractor. And it was the worst when it was happening, and then it became the best. As soon as we finished my house, it was like a crazy need to start again. So it took a little bit to get things together to be able to do that and get my license and everything. And then 4.5 years ago, I thought, okay, I'm just going to build a spec home. I don't know enough to be doing this. I don't know how much stucco costs. I don't know what to do at this point, but I'm just going to do it. So we bought some property a little ways from our home so that no one would see if I fell on my face. And we built a spec home.
And it must have went well.
It did. And seriously, I just thought, if I lose $30,000, I'll call it my college education. I'll walk away. I'll be happy, live to fight another day. And we ended up making some money on it. It was awesome. So we took that money and we went and built 2 more houses at the same time, taking those proceeds and moving it into 2 homes. So it went really well. That was my origin story.
I love that. Yeah, and you didn't fall on your face, and if you did, no one was around to see it, right? The tree falling in the wood, so technically you didn't.
Yeah.
But no, an awesome origin story. And I knew a little bit of that, even though I didn't go on whatever cool escapade in Arizona.
It's the Contractor Coalition.
You and Zach are talking about.
Nick Schiffer, Brad Levitt. You had to be there.
Yeah.
All the cool kids. Like,
the who's who.
Cool. You got to be there.
Yeah, it was funny because I'm scrolling Instagram like on my couch in Omaha, and I'm like, oh, there's Courtney, and oh yeah, there's Zach.
Do you want to see photos?
No, I saw them, but you're not on social media, but they were posted everywhere, so I saw your guys' fun time.
Why post yourself when you have others that can spread your brand?
But Meg, also you joined one of our I don't know what they call them, talks or whatever for our company, Buildertrend, about women in construction not that long ago. So I got to, even though I was just in the audience there, hear some of your story there. So woman-owned company and also led by a team of women. Is it exciting to see more women joining the industry and be able to do, come and talk to companies like ours? And what's that experience kind of been like from when you first started to now?
Yeah, when I first started, I really thought I was like a pioneer, to be honest. You don't hear a lot about women in construction, and I didn't know anyone who was doing it. It was just me and, figuring out the next step, and then getting more involved and networked. And it's the second that you're looking for it, all of a sudden you start to see it. And there are so many awesome women with amazing careers in construction. And that, I think, is just incredible. Like, I love to be able to tell that story, to kind of show people what it can look like. They have a vision of one thing, of working in construction, and then trying to picture themselves in there or what that would look like. So I think it's fun to talk about. Like, there's a lot of amazing opportunities and different occupations that can get you into a fun, exciting field.
Well, and how big is your team now? Is it just you and your husband, or how big of a circle do you have running the business?
Yeah. So we have 5 employees right now. My husband actually is a physical therapist. Yeah. So he has had great business success on his side, and just within the last couple of weeks is coming over to help us out. Nice. So we're excited to get all of his business knowledge, and he's going to kill me if I don't make time to train him and teach him more about the construction business. But yeah, so we have a stinky boy now in our ranks, and I guess you have to accept all types.
It all went downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy showed up.
Yeah. We'll have to check in a year from now and see how it went.
So it didn't work out. He went back to physical therapy. It's better for everyone. And you can officially say you're a family construction business now, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of awesome. I was a little nervous at first, and it's always been me, but it's been awesome to have someone else to bounce decisions off of and not feel like everything's riding on you for every decision. At least now, if we mess up, I can be like, well, that guy approved it.
What a great, I would never do that to anyone, right, Charley?
Yeah.
That's really interesting. We've had a few family businesses on here, and they all kind of joke holidays, they have to try and avoid talking about work, right?
Oh yeah.
It just becomes part of so natural for you. So, have your strategy now to the separation.
It's not good right now. All of a sudden one of us will get to the breaking point. I'm like, no, stop, mid-sentence. I'm done. We're up here. Let's do anything else. And It's hard because it is exciting. There's lots of growth and opportunities, so it's exciting to talk about. But then after a long day and the kids are in bed, and you realize, oh, we're still talking about this. Like, there's probably another topic, any topic, like
any
just
other topic,
pick something.
Yeah,
you're like, can we talk about physical therapy, please? Like, let's just mix it up.
Yeah.
Well, that's an exciting change. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. And kind of speaking of change, another interesting fact about you and your relationship with Buildertrend is you actually started as a CoConstruct customer, and recently have gone through the transition over to BT. Can you talk a little bit about that process and how that went?
Yeah, we love CoConstruct. We used it on our very first house, which some people are like, why would you pay for software? You're doing one house. But super grateful I did, because I poured all the knowledge into there and all the mistakes. Like, you can read through my notes and you can tell that there's a story behind every single thing, like some disaster that could have been avoided if I would have known more. So I absolutely loved using it, being able to track exactly how things went, because when you're learning, building a house is just a long timetable. So I was building a house for 7 months and then trying to remember, oh, wait, what was the mistake I made 7 months ago? Right. Don't want to do that again. And so we absolutely loved having the software, but we're excited to be on the Buildertrend side. There's some cool things going on over there.
Well, we're excited to have you, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
And of course, with the CoConstruct family, it's a great product, great people, and we've had the pleasure to work with all of them now. But yeah, it's exciting because we're taking a lot of what they were great at and we're continuing to invest it back into our product so that we can, kind of be under one ecosystem, if you will. The transitions are hard, obviously. You're in the process. What are some of what have you liked so far?
There were a couple of things that surprised me. My subs are so open to using it because they've been hearing this name over and over again, or this other company has used it, so they've made, they're integrated into there. Whereas before, like, I have to download another app and your emails are coming through. Do I have to get into there? They just weren't as on board. And it's super clean. And so my design team is using it more and buying into it. Whereas before it was like, you got to just use it. Just put them in here. Like, I know it's not pretty, just do it. But they're on board, which makes doing it so much easier.
What was your game plan? I mean, implementing software once is one thing. Implementing a second is another. I've had to do it myself, actually. And it's not an easy process. So like, what this time I would like to give you some credit. I'm sure this time, you probably learned a few things going into implementing a new process system, so on and so forth.
Yeah, it's a beast of a program. Yep. So you do have to get everyone on board with learning it. And it's sometimes easier to just do it, even if it's not easier, if that makes sense. Where, like, we're in the middle of the transition and I would like, oh, I got to send out this invoice, and I'd be going into Buildertrend. I'm like, I just got to get it out now. And I would switch over really fast and send it out for CoConstruct and then try and like get it into Buildertrend as a node. And so there is definitely, they're both beasts of a program. And it's like the more energy you put into it, the more you can get out of it. But again, you have to have that time, that energy, the team putting that time and energy into it. So it's been a transition. It definitely takes a lot of time and effort.
Yeah, I think that's it's encouraging to hear you say a lot of what you said. I think it validates a lot of the hypotheses that we've had. But you guys, so when did you start switching over?
Like 4 months ago.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was just so I'm a data person here at Buildertrend. So I was.
You said that with so much shame.
Well, yeah, proud. Yeah. I'm a data person.
There we go. That's what I want to hear.
And so I was clicking around in just the background of some of your accounts, and you guys are already like a super user on Buildertrend. So it must have been
You're creeping. You went in the back of my.
Yeah.
counts.
Yeah.
The data guy? He's over here farming data?
Yeah,
Data
all the creepy stuff you hear about Big Brother.
Now I
Instagram
see where the
ads, everything
shame
like
came
that.
from.
Yes,
Meg did not take as kindly to that as I thought she would.
well, I was kind of trying to figure out how to say it in not a weird way, but yeah.
I've been scoping through your Facebook pictures, and
Yeah, that would be even funnier. Yeah, geez, how was saw you
Arizona?
Saw you were in
I just
Boise last
derailed
week.
whatever question you were asking. I'm so sorry.
I was trying to
it's
compliment
hilarious.
you, but now that you've derailed it, I think I'm going to take that back and just
Take it
move
back.
on to the next
Take it
question. Yeah.
back. I didn't
Oh,
know.
the next question here are what mistakes you've made. So yeah, let's go to that one, baby.
Actually, I went in and deleted everything now that you've taken this so poorly.
Yeah, yeah. This segment won't make it in.
Oh, it's making it in.
This
You
will
cannot
probably-
edit. I'm going to make sure it gets in.
The only section that makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, mistakes. I'm perfect, you guys. There's no mistakes.
No, where I was actually trying to segue to was just kind of what training and resources you've used to get up to speed so fast. Because I would say for your level of usage in Buildertrend, only 4 months in is incredibly impressive.
Oh, that makes me happy to hear. I thought I was going to get scolded, you know?
No. No.
Man, you've had 4 months to get this together and you're still not doing this or that. I guess we just really hit it hard. We kind of had a little bit of a slow, it was winter. So we got a little more time, I guess, than normally, which was nice. We have Fiona is our coach, and I text or email her questions all the time. And she is so awesome to get back to us. And someone on the data team, I can't remember their name, but they are always they were working with our media company to get our leads to go in there correctly. And so everyone's been so good about reaching out. Like you hear that a lot, like, yeah, we'll be there for you. It's lifetime coaching. You kind of roll your eyes like, sure, we'll see how this goes. But no, she's awesome. I'll send her an email in a pinch and she's there, click here, go into your settings. It's in this spot. Because, I mean, they're very similar programs, which is great, but everything's mixed up. So I don't know. It's not as natural
It's
as a find after learning the other one.
Trying to write with, if you're right hand, trying to write with your left. It just feels a little
Yeah.
unnatural sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm from the customer success department, so I always love hearing that our coaches are taking care of their customers. We have a really strong reputation for that. So it's not surprising. So Fiona, shout out. Thank you.
Shout out.
Did you check out any of our digital resources at all or explored any of our self-service?
So I made the whole team do like the Buildertrend University. So go in and do their department, which the videos aren't that long in a great way. Like they're kind of grumbling, like I have to do 7 courses, but it's like a 3-minute video or a 7, like they're just really informative, quick and easy to access. So those have been super helpful.
Love that. That's my team. So shout out to Sierra.
Shout out to me.
Mike and Matt. And no, I don't. I just point them in a direction. They do all the work. Yeah, that's amazing. I think we've made a lot of investments to make those transitions as easy as possible. What are the things that maybe you're kind of still struggling with? What kind of the things that you're still trying to figure it out, still trying to write with your left hand? You're not going back to CoConstruct in the last month, are you?
No,
Okay.
for sure not. I've never done that, you guys. Some of the things we're still struggling with. And there's a lot that I want to learn. Like I'm hearing from other builders that they're hooking up this with that or doing those sort of things. And so most of it's just been pouring it in there and getting templates set up. Like you'll see, I'm working with my bookkeeper right now, getting some of the financial templates in there. And we probably have 5. So we'll go through and we're like, yes, we nailed it. Make a template. And then I'm like, oh, the code, this wasn't set up right. Let's do it again. And then make a template. And then we realize, oh, we should have done this. So we have like 5 of the same template in there, just really trying to focus those in.
Luckily, those are relatively small mistakes, easy to fix. Are there any mistakes that, as you kind of reflect on this last 4 months, we have a lot of people from CoConstruct that are in the process of migrating. Some are in different stages of their journey, as we call it. what would you tell a newer person that, watch out for this, or this would be my quick my number one tip to like get you there faster?
Oh, number one tip. I do think those university classes are really great, just walking through it that way, because we do all the training online, but it's so much information at once and we're kind of talking about everyone's roles. So like I had to send my first invoice, and so I can go in there and watch that video, because sometimes I don't want to read the instructions. I don't want to do that. And so I would be messing around with it for forever, and then finally throw my hands in there like, okay, someone, Zach, has made a video for me. I should probably just go watch that and all my problems will be solved. So I think my biggest mistake is not reaching out enough or just asking the quick question. Like I said, they're super easy to ask, and I totally have a running list of questions right now that I probably should have sent to her, but just reaching out and utilizing that training and leaning on them instead of letting yourself get frustrated.
I love that. Zach, do you make any appearances in these videos?
So fun fact. I don't know why, but I'm in like the pictures of the help center.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I was just logging into my account and it's like, hi, it's Zach from Buildertrend.
Yeah, marketing decided to choose, of all the people, they chose me. But I just learned that our vendor will let us turn that off. I was like, well, we will be turning that off.
I like the personalization.
Oh, of me?
Yes. Well, no, but I like the idea.
There you go. He's like, well, no. Charlie just wants it to be him.
People that don't know you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
We're upgrading.
Yeah. If our current customers are listening to this, what Meg is describing is the Buildertrend Learning Academy, which you can get to in the top right of your account. There's a little question mark there, and that launches BLA. And I was actually just clicking around in the background here in my account here, and I think I'm going to take some. We got a long Memorial Day weekend this weekend.
Yeah, spend it with Buildertrend, get cozy.
I was going to take some some courses, especially now that Zach's not in there.
So he can go to Arizona next time. So he's, if program knowledge is the blocker, like, we can fix this.
Yeah, level up.
We got his back. He'll be there.
Meg, we are coming up a little bit on time, but the last thing I wanted to ask you about is, you started with your spec build, you still had CoConstruct. The construction industry isn't exactly known for its widespread adoption of technology when it comes to the project management side. They use a lot of cool tech to build and design, but they don't always do it for the business side. What would you say to someone who's just resistant to using project management software?
Oh man, I'd say, why are you doing that to yourself? There's just such an easier way, and having everything organized in one spot. I can't even imagine trying to do that on my own and keep track of those things. And because it's all encompassing. It's not like you're just doing your schedule in there. It's not just a Gantt chart. There's so much involved with it. And I think you were asking a little bit what were some of the reasons of switching? And this sounds so nerdy, but the to-do lists were the greatest thing ever, where I can link it in my schedule and say, all right, we're painting tomorrow, so text the kid, you got to go clean up the house, and I don't even have to think about it. It just removes so many user errors, and you can systemize it and just take that weight off of your mind.
Do you think that by having a system like that, it's going to let you continue to grow and scale over the next few years? I assume you have ambitions to build an empire in Idaho of custom homes out there. Is it accurate to say it's really going to be the thing that helps facilitate that?
Oh yeah, you can't build an empire without it. That's number one on empire building. Get the software.
Gosh.
No, I mean, it's trying to grow without some sort of foundation and backing and just having everything organized. It's just going to be a headache, and your employees are going to get frustrated, and it's going to inhibit that growth. It's still possible, but it's just going to make it a headache, and when you could focus on growth, I guess.
I love it. Well, Meg, thank you so much for the time. This was a great interview, and if nothing else, you gave Buildertrend, I think, our new tagline, Buildertrend, you can't build an empire without it. So thank you.
That's a great line.
It is. Always welcome back on the Building Code, and have a fantastic Memorial Day weekend.
Hey, you guys are awesome. I super appreciate you hosting and putting up with me for a little bit.
I'd like, thank you, but it's probably the opposite.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We really appreciate you, Meg. You're always welcome back. Thank you.
Hey, thanks. See you guys.
All right, we just had Meg on from MEG Construction. Great catching up with Meg. Charley, it was your first time meeting her.
Yeah.
Blown away?
I was. Yeah, I definitely get the hype. Meg, if you're listening to this, which I hope you listen to your own episode, before you joined, Courtney and Nicole and Zach, everyone was just telling me how awesome you were. So it was nice to finally be included and get to meet her. I mean, the interview was awesome, but she's also just, I feel like someone that I could hang out with for a couple hours. When we didn't have to get through interview questions, I feel like we could have really, some of the bits we had going in jokes, I would have loved to expand it
there
on
was
a little
There
more.
was some gold in there. We could have kept digging.
But no, I think I think that she does a really, really good job exemplifying what it means to be a, what's the word I'm looking for? A pioneer. Yeah, pioneer. Yeah, entrepreneur. Breaking down barriers and pushing the status quo.
Have you found, this is going to get on the lengthier outro, so everybody buckle up, but it's amazing how much of that entrepreneurial spirit runs in our customers. Like there is kind of that, like, I'm going to take the risk. She had a spec house. She was like, I had my college paid for. I was in athletics, so I got nothing to lose. She went for it, and look at her now. I mean, I just so much respect for her.
It's interesting, and I don't know if there's quite another industry out there that allows you to be an entrepreneur and break down barriers and blaze your own path more than construction.
Yeah.
It's something that if you have that attitude and you have the drive, it's an industry that you can run with it and do really, really, really well. So it's cool. I mean, I'm honored every time that I get to hop in the studio and talk to people like Megan and all the other guests that we have on the building code and all the other customers that we have out here that I haven't had the opportunity to meet yet.
That's the goal. We're going to talk to all of you, whether you want it or not.
There you go, one by one.
One by one. We'll see in 50 years.
Whether you want to or not.
No.
We'll cut that part. Let me actually just wrap it right there. I'm Charley Burtwhistle.
I'm Zach Witovich.
As always, like, review, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching the video. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for exclusive content brought to you by Buildertrend.